Okay, great off. Today we'll look at the interpenetration and development question. So this is page 77 from the JPEGD workbook. So I'll just quickly read through the information. So we are given the incomplete front view and the incomplete top view of a right square prism that has been shaped to fit around another right square prism, right? So we are given the front view and the top view. So this is the top view, this is the front view. So both the views are incomplete, right? Okay. The axes of both prisms lie in a common vertical plane. So the axes, they're talking about the center point of the prism, of the main prism, and the center line of the branch prism. So obviously both they have the center line, right? Okay. We are also given the auxiliary views for both square prisms. Instructions: draw to scale 1:1 the following views. We have to draw the complete front view, the complete top view, the left view, and the development of the surface of the branch prism S. And we have to make edge A the seam, right? Okay, so obviously the complete front view must show the curve of interpenetration as well as the top view, right? Okay, and lastly we have to show all the hidden detail and the constructions and fold lines, right? Okay, perfect. So remember, interpenetration and development is always in first angle. So from the instructions, we have to draw the complete front view, the complete top view, and the complete left view. And we are only given the front view and the top view. So that means the left view will be on our right hand side, somewhere this side, right? Okay, so we are given the auxiliary view here for this branch, not branch, the main prism. So that means I can just draw this auxiliary view first, but obviously because I have to draw the left view, I'll just make that auxiliary, I'll make that left view the auxiliary view, right? Instead of me drawing the auxiliary view on my left hand side, I'll just draw the left view there. So I'll start with the auxiliary view, which is the left view. So I'll start with the center lines, light construction there, the vertical one, and the horizontal one there. Okay, so obviously we are given that the sides of this square it's 46. So for me to draw this square, I'll just start by drawing a circle. This will be our diameter. That means I'll have to divide this by 2. So when we divide this number by 2, we get 23. So I'll measure 23 on my compass. 23 is somewhere there, like that. And then I'll just draw a circle there, light construction, just like that. Okay, so because I'm drawing the square now, I can just use my 45 by 45 set square and draw that view, that square. So this is my left view. So just draw the lines just outside the circle, just like that. And then I'll have to connect those 2 points like that. Okay, so this is the left view for the main prism, but obviously it's an auxiliary view as well for the front view. Okay, so now I have this part, the auxiliary view for this main prism, right? So I can just project the points to the front view, to this section, this side, right? So I'll just measure 10 millimeters. That means my front view will start over there, which is like this. Okay, perfect. And then now I'll just project all the points from this view here. Okay, we also have this point there. and this point there. Okay, so what's the length of this part? So the length is given there, it's 86. That means I'll measure 86 there. So let me just measure 10 as well there. So I'll just draw a straight line there, and I'll measure 86. So 86 is somewhere there. So now I'm trying to draw the front view of these two prisms. So here I can just draw a solid line up to there. Okay, and then I also have this edge in the middle, but for now let me just leave it as it is, right? So now I'll just try and draw this branch prism there. So we are given that from here, from this edge here to that center point there, to that point there, it's 43, right? And obviously this center line is at an angle of 60, right? So I'll just mark off that 43 on this line. 43 is right there, so this is the point, and obviously that angle is at an angle, no, that center line is at an angle of 60, so I can use my 30 by 60 set square to draw that center line. So just draw a straight line like that. Okay, and then now because I have that line, that means I'll have to draw the auxiliary view so that I can just draw the edges of the branch prism, because I can't draw these lines because I don't have the auxiliary view. So I can only draw these lines if I have the auxiliary view. Why? Because I'll have to just project the points from the auxiliary view down to this main prism, right? Okay, so I'll just move my drawing board a little bit down there, and then before that, because I'm trying to draw this auxiliary view and we are given that this side is at an angle of 30 degrees, right? Okay, so that means the center lines there will be at an angle of 30 and 60. So I'll need the center point somewhere there. So just draw the center point, then this side I'll use my 60 side, just like that. So this is the center point of the auxiliary view. So I used my 30 side, this side, to draw that line. Then this side I used my 60, right? So this is my center point. That center point is this one, right? Okay, so now because the sides of the square is 40, so that means the diameter of the circle that I'll draw will be 40, but I'll have to divide that by 2, so that means I'll have to measure 20 millimeters on my compass. So it's 20 millimeters. So I'll put my compass at the center point there. Okay, and then I'll have to draw a circle like that. Okay, so now because I have my circle there, I can just draw the sides of the square. So because that side at the bottom is at an angle of 30, I'll try by drawing that first. So obviously this is the center line there. This is the center line there. Okay, so because that part is the side of the square is 40, that means here it's 20, 20 that side. So from there I'll mark off 20 there, 20 this side. Okay, so this is the first side like that. Okay, and then from there I can just take my set square there and draw two lines going up. Just like that, and then from there I can just draw in that part there, up there, and here I can just connect here, just like that. Okay, perfect. So now I can just project all the points down to this main prism, right? So remember, from here, this part of the prism is at an angle of 60, not 30. So that means all the points that I'll project down, I'll use the 60 degrees angle, right? So that means I'll just take my 30 by 60 and project the points there of the auxiliary view from up there, just like that, just like that. Okay, so if you look at my drawing, you'll notice that I erased my auxiliary view. I just moved my auxiliary view a little bit up there. Why? Because I saw that I didn't have enough space for the branch prism. So okay, it's fine because I just moved the auxiliary view up there. So I'll just proceed with the drawing. So now I have my auxiliary view. Obviously I have to draw this branch prism there. So we are given that from here going up there to this point is 15 millimeters. So from this line here, I'll just measure 15 millimeters going up, and then I'll just draw a horizontal line up to this line here for the from the auxiliary view. So that means this is our first point there. Okay, that point is point A. It's right there. So A is right there. Right? Okay. I'll just use my set square. Then I'll just draw a straight line there. Okay. Then from there, just draw a line up to there. Line up to there, line up to there, and from here we have hidden detail line, and I'll just connect those points there. Let me just draw this. So this is the incomplete front view, as you can see from our given views there. So now I have my front view, and then now I'll move to the top view. I'll just try and draw the top view. Okay. So before I draw my top view, let me just label the points from the left view here. So this will be point number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Obviously this will be line 1, 1. Here I'll have 2 and 4 on the same line there, 2 and 4, and here I'll have line 3, 3, and then I'll have to label as well the auxiliary view there. Because this point is A, I can say this is A, this will be my B, C, and D. So I have A there, B is here, C is there, and D is there, right? Okay, perfect. So now let me just add the XY line. Remember, we have the XY line there. We are given from the front view there. So label this XY. Okay. And then I have this vertical XY line there. I'll add that XY line as well. Let me just draw that XY line in, just like that. So this will be my X1, Y1 at the bottom there. Okay, it's fine even if you can't see the Y1, but yeah. So because I'm still here, so from here I'll have to add the 45-degree line so that I can come up with the top view. So I'll just add the 45-degree line there, just like that. Okay, and then I can just project the points from my left view down to that 45-degree line, just like that, just like that. And then from here I can just project those lines to my left hand side, like that, like that. And then from the top, from the front view there, I'll just project this down and that down. So obviously 4 and 4 is there, 4 and 4 is there, 3 is there, 3 there. So here I have 4, and here I have 1 and 3. Remember, 1 and 3 will be on the same line, so it's 1 and 3, and then this one will be our 2, 2, 2, just like that. And from there I can just draw this part in, just like that. Remember, I'm not done with the front view and the left view, so I'm just trying to draw the top view as well, because from the front view I have to draw the interpenetration curve there, and also draw that branch prism from the left view there. Okay, and then this line I'll just leave it as it is for now. Okay, so now if we check from the given view there, for the top view we are given this auxiliary view. This auxiliary view is for this branch prism there, right? Okay, so now that means for me, in order for me to draw this part, this branch prism, I have to draw the auxiliary view first, right? Okay, so I can just draw this auxiliary view in light construction right here, so that I can just project the auxiliary view to my left view as well, right? Okay, so we are given that this side of the square is tilted at an angle of 30, right? So obviously this center point is right here on the axis, so I can just say the center point of the square is right there, né? I'll just work from this point. So this center point is right here. Okay, so from here I'll just draw a circle first, and remember the side of the square is 40, né? So I'll just measure 40 from my compass. I'll measure 20 half of 40, sorry, not 40. So I'll just put my compass there and draw a circle, light construction, just like that. Okay, and remember the side of the square is tilted at an angle of 30. Okay, so I'll just put my set square like that and take my 30 by 60, put it like that, and then I'll slide my set square to the circle, and then from there I'll just draw a line there, right? And then I'll just So I'll just put my 30 by 60 like that. So this is the center point, right? Okay, so I have a line like that. And then from here, from this line, I can just measure 20 going down and 20 going up there, right? Okay, from there I can just put my set square like that. From that point, just draw a line going down, slide my set squares over there just like that, and here just draw a line there. So obviously I have this point now, right? So I can just project this points up to my left view and to my top view as well, right? Okay, so I'll start with the top, not the top view, the left view. I'll just project the points up like that. This point and this point, and as well as that point there, right? Okay, so let me just complete the left view, then I'll come back to the top view. So because now I have this lines, I can just project those points because I'm trying to draw the branch prism right here, right? So from here I can project this side like that, like that. Okay, perfect. So now looking from, because this is the left view, that means we're looking at this front view from the left side, right, in that direction. So obviously I'll see this point first, A. So this point, where is it? That point is here. So I have point A there, and we have point D, because D is hidden here, because looking from the front is hidden. That means D is that side. That means D will be on this line there. And we have B. B obviously will be right there, right? And we have C. C is right there. I'll just connect the points there. So remember, this is a square prism. Obviously the shape there, it must look like a square. So we must have 4 sides. So we have 4 sides there. That means it's correct. And then now this is A, this is D, and this is B, and this is C. Okay, so obviously this point there will have an edge there up to this main prism, and then for that one there, this will be hidden. This line will be hidden. Remember, from instructions they said we must show all the hidden detail. And then here we'll have a solid line, and as well as this edge there. So okay, I'll start with A. So A obviously will be down here, so I'll just project this to there, this point as well. Let me just project all the points like that, and that point as well there. Okay, so I'll start with A. A obviously must be this side, so where is A? A will be there, so I can mark that. And then D is that side, so if D is that side, that means D will be there. Right, okay. So obviously D is there because we have that edge. If you look at the 45-degree line, D is right there, or not there, D is there, sorry about that. So we have D there, okay. So here it's not D, so D is right there. And then we have B, so B from our left view is there, so we'll use this line up to the 45-degree line and then come back to our top view there. So D is there, not up there, so label that point D, okay. Then next, oh, this is B, not D, this is B, okay. The next point is C. C from our left view is there, so obviously they connect there, so this is our C, right. And then now I can just connect the points, so I'll just connect that from there to here, there to there, from here to there, from here to there, right. Okay, so I'm not done with the top view. Remember, I have to come up with the interpenetration curve there, but now because I have the left view, let me just project this point to our front view just to complete our front view, because remember from the instructions they said we must clearly show the curve of interpenetration from the front view, right. This is the front view, so now obviously I have this point, I can just project this point to our front view. So I'll start with this point right there, project that point there, this point as well, okay. That means those two, they're on the same line, okay, fine. So now I'll start with A, right. A is there, that means we have a point because obviously A is there. This is our first point of the curve of interpenetration. And then B, where is B? B is there, so that means we have a point there. C is there, so we'll have to project that point there, so C will be there, okay. And D is down there, so D will be there, okay. So now I can just extend the lines there. So here obviously I'll have the solid line there,